What is going on, my friends, and welcome back to another video here on the channel. Now, I want to give you an update on a crypto that we talked about 3 or 4 weeks ago that still has a ridiculously high amount of potential, and I actually forgot to mention one of the key aspects about the company that I was also looking forward to, and so because of that, I wanted to even just kind of build on that video, all of which will make sense in a second here. Now, today we're going to be taking a look at Playdoge, which of course is the company that's in its pre-sale that we spoke about quite recently. And of course, in that video, I told you all about the fact that they were capitalizing on many narratives. I said the fact that they're going to be capitalizing on the just play to earn narrative, which will be important. I think that the Japanese and kind of the Eastern Asian narrative is going to be extremely important. And I think many of those different factors are going to be important for the reason as to why this thing is one of the biggest and most hyped and anticipated play to earn games ever within the world of crypto. Now, in that video, we were also looking at the fact that they had raised a couple $1 million. And just to kind of update you here, they are now at $5.4 million, as of course they are taking the multi-layered pre-sale phase or pre-sale approach, the one which we do personally like here on the channel. Now, with all of these things kind of in mind, just to give you a little bit of context, again, I wanted to break this video down into a couple parts. Part number one, I actually want to talk about a little bit of news that they recently announced, just some FAQs and stuff that they released that I thought would be important. The second thing I want to do is talk about why something we just saw from them was extremely important. That validated the fact that it confirmed to me that my investment into this pre-sale could very well do well, right? It's a confirmation, which will make sense in a second. And then third, I want to talk about, again, another narrative that I literally just blanked on telling you guys about in that video that I think is extremely important, okay? So first and foremost, let's talk about the news. Let's start there. So what we see, of course, is that on July 5th, they released that as we start stage 17 of the pre-sale, we want to give some key info about the project and answers to common questions we've seen on X. One, some of you have invested into the Play token, so this applies to you. They say that Play is currently in the pre-sale stage, which means it hasn't been released yet. You can check the amount of tokens you've purchased by connecting your wallet to the website. Just for those of you who are wondering why you can't see your tokens if you did purchase them on the website itself. Once the pre-sale ends, you can import the contract address to your wallet with your tokens in order to see your tokens, okay? Now, the network, of course, that Play is launching on will be on the Binance Smart Chain and Ethereum networks. You guys know that I do like that. I definitely think that there could be some benefit if they do launch like some Solana or Base something. I don't know exactly what, maybe just like a native token on Base and Solana if they're going to do both anyway, or something along those lines. I definitely think that could provide them even with a higher opportunity to capitalize on those ecosystems, because I do think Solana is the best ecosystem to launch a game on, but I mean, to each their own. I'm sure they have their reasons as to why. Now, if you do want to stake your tokens, they also announced some info on how to stake the tokens. You can go over to their website /staking, and there goes then. And then they finally released a little bit of information about the pre-sale ending, saying that the pre-sale is due to end in Q3 2024, which actually just recently started. When we get close to the launch date, we'll let our community know right here on Telegram and X. The countdown on the website shows the next stage and price increase of the token. So yeah, so they actually just announced that within the next probably 8 to 10 weeks here, we're actually going to see this thing launch, which would be pretty cool, because it feels like a lot of these ones that are the multi-layered pre-sale approach, they take forever to launch. So it is cool to see that we are actually getting closer and closer to launch for this thing here. Now, that's the news. That's some of the information that they quite recently released. I definitely think that the launch date is probably the most important piece of that, just knowing it's coming up somewhat soon, relatively soon, okay? Now, let's transition into the next thing. So I told you all that something that I saw from them recently was extremely important. And actually what that is that when we quite recently saw that meme coin wild shit pop off, right? You remember probably a week and a half-ish, 2 weeks ago, we started to see all of our meme coins just take off for no reason, right? Pepe, Shiba, all these ones were just absolutely going and sending for no reason. We actually started to see that apply to this pre-sale as well, right? We saw Playdoge's pre-sale starting to gain crazy numbers, hundreds of thousands of dollars of investments in that same little time frame that happened. And that confirmed and validated to me that one, even as we are getting into the later stages, people are still willing to buy, which is of course inherently good for those of us who got in earlier, right? Simple as that. It's just the way this works. But secondly, which kind of transitions to the next part of this video, it tells me that there is even a narrative that I wasn't particularly thinking about when I invested in this. And it's quite simply just the meme coin narrative. You know, we talked about the play to earn narrative. We talked about the fact that they are going to be capitalizing on like the Japanese narrative or the Eastern Asian narrative, which is one of the same, but you get the point, right? Like, we talked about those things, but kind of forgot to mention the fact that at its core, they are still taking the marketing approach of a meme coin. I mean, you go look at their Twitter page here, and this is meme after meme after meme, posting it, even when the market's down, even when the market's good, getting tons of engagement, ton of viewership. And in my opinion, that's so important because, again, it's just another niche that they're able to tap into and really be able to capitalize on. They can capitalize on the meme coin narrative, capitalize on the utility narrative, capitalize on the play to earn narrative. And I don't think it's spreading themselves thin because it's just all flowing in harmony money with each other. And so because of that, the fact that we saw that happening definitely confirms to me that I think this was a really good investment, and that it validates as to why they are one of the most anticipated play to earn games that there is out there. And so because of that, guys, I just wanted to kind of share that information with you, share an update with you, and just let you know where I'm at with this thing. I try my best to update you guys on these smaller pre-sale, private sale investments, meme coins, whatever it may be, quite simply because I think it's important for you to at least know where my mind is at. Although I don't particularly want you to copy exactly what I do, I definitely want you to at least be able to get my thought processes from it. And so of course I hope this is a benefit towards that. And so if it is, guys, you can always let me know easily and simply by smashing this like button, and of course subscribing to the channel if you are new. And I can't wait to see you all in the next one. Peace out, everybody.